Let's see. Alan, Nick Allen, Tanner, Christina, Sagan is here. Bryce is here. El Diablo, Fisher Price, Gubala, Annie, Abby Hall, Hunter, Horses, Mary, Marilyn Hill, Holman, Jackson, Hauser Zachary, Humble Zachary, and here, Harika, Johns, Kiefer, Emily Kiefer, Jason, Brianna, Jesus here, Aaron Martin, going twice, Mattingly here, Isaac's here, Harry Potter here, Elijah, Pointer is excused today, Gillette, Rice, Cece Roberts, Angelina, Solano, Sproul, Ryan, Suffrage. You guys do know that attendance is 10% of the grade, right? I mean, I'm not talking to the people here. I'm talking to the people who are not here. Aston, I'm hoping they're going to watch the video, but they don't. I look at the view statistics. It never matches with number of people missing. Tussy, Tyler, Wilkerson, going twice. Right. And Madeline, okay. All right. Now, we're going to start with chapter 6 today. Remember, it's on the schedule. Jeopardy is on Monday. You know, unless something happens that prevents us from doing so. I already prepared the board, so that's not going to be an excuse. And the groups that competed last time are guaranteed not to compete this time. I'm going to do randomization this weekend, and I'll let you guys which groups will be there. Remember, if you do not show up with an excuse, without an excuse, it's as if you were here and you answered all the questions wrong. So on Jeopardy days, non-attendance hurts even more, all right? And if your group is selected, it's as if you were part of the group, but you got everything wrong. Remember, the group questions counts 5 times as much. So your group is going to do 5 questions. That means 5 times 5, 25, plus the remaining 15. You're getting 0 for 40 questions. Think of it that way. So at least bother to email me, all right? I mean, if you can't even bother to do that, what am I going to do for you? And I decided next semester, I have 3 sections of this class. I'm going to limit the honor code absences to 3. So you will get 3 chances to simply tell me you won't be here. No questions asked. Once you fill those spots, after that, I need documentation. Of course, if you have documentation, you reserve those. Have I ever told you that, guys, that I work for an investment bank designing complicated, customized delivery products for institutional clients. I always think design. Even that Jeopardy thing, that specific form, nobody else doing it. I invented that. And I'm going to publish a paper on that pretty soon after this semester is done. Because the other section doesn't have Jeopardy. They have 3 midterm exams on 2 chapters each. So you guys are effectively getting your exam 1 chapter at a time on Jeopardy days. And my prior is that the group with Jeopardy will have done a lot more learning, hence they will do better. You guys will take almost identical cumulative final exam. And I'm pretty confident that this group is going to do better in that final exam. You are already doing better in the quizzes, but that's not necessarily comparable. But final exam will be a clear-cut test. Yes, please. I think it's 15, but let me check. You do know that syllabus is there for a reason. 15, yeah. And if I don't post the syllabus, I'll get all sorts of flag. When I post the syllabus, nobody ever reads it. No. It's going to be, let me actually show you what it looks like. Oh, no, I can't. You have friends in the other section. They're taking the midterm tomorrow. But I'll show it to you guys after the midterm. For the midterm, I'm asking only 15 questions. For final, I'll probably ask 20 because I have 2 hours instead of 75 minutes. And well, out of 15, 6 are numerical, but they're all multiple choice. And the others are conceptual. You will not get any definition questions because it's open everything. The only things that are not open are your email and your friends. That's it. Other than that, you can use Google, you can use my notes, the PDFs, your own notes, book, whatever you like. And the numerical questions are algorithmic. So I actually divide that into 4 exam groups. The problems are same, numbers are different. So the guys behind you, in front of you, next to you, will have different exams, different numbers. So even if you have a long neck and you can look, if you look at the numerical questions, you ain't gonna get nothing. If you do, please, I dare you, you're gonna get the wrong answer. On the conceptual ones, you get the same questions, but the orders are gonna be different. I spend a lot of time doing that. And you get 60% of the points for a question for the correct answer on a multiple choice. The other 40%, you earn it by convincing me why that answer should be correct. If it's numerical, that means you make an argument. You know, I ask for, let's say, sustainable growth rate. Here's the definition of sustainable growth rate. Maybe some of them, all of them are given. If it's given, I took those numbers, put it in, done. If not, maybe you need it to calculate return on equity for that. And here's how I've done it. You basically go through it. On the conceptual ones, you're going to make a logical argument. For example, let's say for a firm who pays out all of its net income as dividends, what's the sustainable growth rate? The answer is 0. Okay. And you're going to say it's 0 because there is nothing left in terms of internal resources, but sustainable growth rate assumes that you're going to keep the debt equity ratio the same. If you don't have additional internal resources, you cannot borrow or add equity without changing that. That means you can't grow. That's all you need to say. Don't ever say because it's in the book. This is not Bible. If it's a Bible class, it's in the book. It's a valid explanation. Okay? Not that there's anything wrong with that. The whole thing is based on faith, right? But science is not about faith. You have to make an argument, logical argument. It's going to be rarely by definition, or sometimes you write the definition of something. So if I ask you, if I increase the depreciation, which one of these ratios would go up? You have to write the definition, say if that goes up, you have to show a clear path why that's happening. They're not going to be complicated arguments. And if you make a really good argument, I will actually give you up to 20% extra credit. One of you, I'm not going to say which one, well, maybe not in this section, on the chapter 2 homework, it was so good. I actually used that as my solution guide. I didn't solve it separately. And that person got 110% from their homework. So if you show me something really good, I pay you back. Sometimes you may answer a question wrong, but if you make a really good argument, you can still earn that 0.4%, 0.40%, or 40%.